Self-taught makeup artist and fashion designer Denzil Pillay made it all the way from a small town to the big city without even knowing that he'd end up in the beauty and fashion world. Welcome to The Loft, Denzil.
Thank you.
Let's take it back to the beginning, Denzil. Now, you were born and bred in Kimberley. Tell us a little bit about growing up in a small town before moving to the city.
Yes, I was born and bred in Kimberley. Kimberley did not have many opportunities, so I decided to move to Cape Town and to pursue more better opportunity for me this side. Kimberley is very conservative and laid back, and I found I was going to be quite stuck over there, and that's why I made the move to Cape Town.
Now, Denzil, it's quite interesting to find unfortunate circumstances sometimes happen when you're chasing your path, but it's all up to how you bounce back. Now, let's take it back to 2013. You were involved in a car accident, but this then sparked your creativity. How did you use this opportunity to get started and involved in makeup?
I was actually on a road trip away for work, and I met up in a car accident. It was almost fatal. I broke my scapular bone. I was off for work for about 50 days. I eventually healed, and then I had to go back to work, but I couldn't actually focus on work or the road, so it affected me greatly. With that, I went back to work, and then I lost my job. I went back home, and I was very emotional and depressed. So basically, that is how I came up with makeup. I was thinking of what's the next step for me. And just doing online tutorials and doing makeup for my neighbors, friends, and family, that is how I got to know about makeup. And I fell in love with it, and I pursued it.
Now, what's so crazy is that you only went into fashion design when you turned 30. Now, that was only 3 years ago. How and why did you enter the fashion design space? And I don't want to say too late because we can't put age or time on anyone's goals, but why didn't you chase this passion a lot earlier in life?
Yes. Okay, so people know, my friends and my family know me to be a fashionista. I would dress up going to work. Just on a normal day, I would dress up. I think that also played a role with my self-confidence as a person. I always felt the need to fit into a certain group and a certain crowd. So I was in a relationship with someone, and at that point, they were hosting a fashion show. And it was also a new fashion show, which was a charity event for the homeless. And they said to me, why don't you design for the show? And I was like, but I'm not a designer. And I took the step to do that because I actually thought that I have it within me to grow as a person and as a designer. And not knowing anything about design, I took that step. And on the night of the show, I had a standing ovation. And from that day, I decided this is going to be my future, and I took it further, and there's no regrets whatsoever.
No regrets whatsoever. That is how I like it. So how flexible do you need to be as a person when people put you on the spot, like how your friends put you on the spot and they were like, we're going to need you to design and we're going to need you to be creative and push yourself, how you've never pushed yourself before? The ability to just say yes. I mean, how does that work?
It can be quite challenging, and it can mess up your friendship as well. Because, you know, friends want freebies. But luckily, I don't have that. I don't have friends like that, that is like that. So they're always pushing me forward, wanting the best for me, and, yeah, wanting me to grow.
Yeah. A very strong support system is key here. Now, how would you describe, Denzil, your fashion sense and what sets it apart from everyone else?
My fashion sense is definitely over the top, dramatic, flashy. I love bling, I love movement, I love flowing lines. So that's, I think, what sets me apart in terms of my women's wear, where my men's wear are more futuristic and more for the contemporary men and edgy as well. So I think my personality shows through my designs.
Now, you recently also did a shoot showcasing your latest collection, which was inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement. Why was this collection so important to you?
This collection was so important to me because it struck me as I realized what is actually going on globally. All the inequality between the various races, we have to speak up and be a voice. So I call this range my Black Lives Matter range because of that. and I'm very passionate about inequality and just people in general. I want everyone to be happy, and everyone should feel confident in who they are and love themselves regardless of the imperfections.
Yeah. Denzil, on that same note, please may you send a message to all our viewers right now who are watching, who might have a passion, a flair for something, or a desire that they want to accomplish, and they might be making excuses for themselves, whether it's time or circumstance.
Okay, so my message to everyone out there is believe in yourself, have faith in your abilities, and dream big.
Oh, wow.
And never look back.
Just like that. And it's as simple as that. Thank you so much, Denzil Pillay, reminding us to chase our passion, be creative, and step outside the box. Be loud and proud. Cheers.
Thank you.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter how small the town you come from is. If you dream big and work hard, you can make it in any metropolis you set your heart on.